'Twas the night before Sunderland's first ever European semi-final, and we have not slept well. Hotel mayhem. During your team's stay at the hotel, a late night fireworks celebration, probably inspired by Galatasaray fans, has disrupted the team's sleep. Some of your players look visibly tired, and you will need to check your team sheet and decide if they have enough energy for the upcoming match. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is episode number 27 of Career Mode. Hope you're all doing well, and yeah, this is it. We're going into our first ever European semi-final with Sunderland as we take on Stade Brestois, the French side, in the Conference League Final Four. And I've said it, I think we're favourites to win the whole thing, but on the back of a sleepless night in the hotel, this is going to be interesting indeed. So we've got some tired legs out there for this one here. Fatawu, Adingra, Rig, Hannibal Siddiqui, Goodmanson, basically everyone. Basically everyone. Robbie had his earplugs in, thank goodness. And but other than that, this is basically the majority of our team is tired. Oh, this is brilliant for me, eh? This is brilliant, man. I am such a massive fan of these unexpected events, man. This is class. But yeah, we're returning with two of the final four games in the Premier League, where we are 2 wins away from guaranteed qualification for the Champions League. And we will start with this then. It is the first leg of the Conference League semi-final away in France, where, well, pre the unexpected event, I really thought come check-in time, we were going to be favourites to get a first leg victory to take back to the northeast of England. But on the back of that sleepless night, I've got to say, this has definitely thrown a spanner into the works and possibly given Stade Brestois a big advantage against a tired Sunderland team. First of 5 or 6 games today, it is the first leg of the Conference League semi as we take on Stade Brestois in the first leg. How are you, the very tired lads? Yeah, this is brilliant for me, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic, and you know, it's just great as I'm applauding on the sidelines and applauding EA behind the microphone as well. We've said so many times before, they don't need to do anything massively groundbreaking to the game. Just show they care and they're willing to improve it a little bit. They definitely have with these unexpected events. I love them. Yeah, a couple might be a little, you know, a little far-fetched, a little cringy, but for the most part, I think they're really cool. Really, really cool. And now again, it's made me, you know, consider what do I need to do with my strategy here. I mean, do we go for the win in the first leg, or just try and see out a draw where we'll be back at the Stadium of Light, and then we'll give those Stade Brestois players a taste of their own medicine. We'll be outside their premiere and then we'll be letting off those fireworks. But so what do we do? What do we do tonight with the tired team? Go for the win still, or just try and take the draw? Kiele's header is headed away, and now a great chance for Brestois on the counter. And whilst Maxime got a full night's worth of sleep, he's not the quickest anyway at full energy. Ball rolled across. Mayula looking for space, finds it, rolls it through. Kvistgaard, and what a huge block by Esteve. He said, what I lack up for in pace, I make up for in defensive awareness. Excellent tackle, but for a free header, Brestois have the lead. The fans were raucous last night. They're raucous now too. The hosts have the advantage. 1-0 to the French side. Prior to last night, I would have said we were absolutely monstrous favourites for this tie here. But don't underestimate the importance of a quality good night's sleep. Stade Brestois got theirs. We didn't have ours. Yes, come on! But Chris Riggs says, tired or not, you've brought me back and I'll repay the faith. Instant leveller, 1-1. Well, maybe not an instant reply, but a goal regardless to send us into the break on level terms, and a huge second half to come. We get a winner. I think we'll win this tie. Brestois get it, and we could fall apart. I don't know why Amorim wasn't playing Chris Riggs. I mean, they're in the bottom 3. You know, they're in the relegation zone. Give the kid a go. Oh, big save by Roos. You know, let him show you what he can do when you trust him. I've trusted him. I said Diarra's gone, mate. Assist title winner last year, but I'm backing you, mate. And he has not let me down. He scored 2 wonderful goals a couple of rounds ago, and now he's got the crucial leveller. But as Esteve blocks that shot, there's definitely a third goal tonight, and it could go either way. You put your money on the host, but don't discount this Sunderland team. Tired or not, we've got a lot of belief. With 3 minutes to play, we are just trying to hold on to the draw in the first leg to take back home, not trailing. And, you know, pre-game, pre the shenanigans of last night, I would have been disappointed by this scoreline, but considering what happened, we've got to say, fair enough, at least we survived, and at least we don't go home with a disadvantage. One final chance for the host. They've got to swing the ball in. as the ref allows play to continue despite the extra minutes being played. If you've got to play for full time there, surely no. He still allows time to play. Bristol for the win. What a save, Roos. Can he get a rebound? Doxy's lost it on the sidelines. He is absolutely livid. Stade Bristol have won it. And we go home fatigued, tired, frustrated and beaten. Tie's not over, but I can't believe that the referee didn't blow for full time there. Twice they played the ball back. Twice the referee allowed play to continue, and twice Stade Bristol have scored against a tired Sunderland team. Livid, absolutely livid. Oh, we all know that nice guy persona is just an act, Doxy boy. You've lost your rag on multiple occasions on the sidelines this time. Oh yeah, Doxy boy, he's the nice guy, professional football, he's the true underdog story. Oh no, he's throwing a temper tantrum. He's throwing a tantrum. He's absolutely lost it. Dragged away by his backroom staff. Roma get the win in their first leg, and I said we'll meet you in the final, boys. We'll not unless we can come from behind. It is back-to-back losses for the Black Cats, and right at the end of the season, we are falling apart. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant! This is the sort of stuff we've wanted from EA for such a long time, man. Get me immersed in the game. I definitely am right now. And for the following contest, we can't afford another loss. Back home for the next one. Back to matters domestically at the Stadium of Light. And it is fourth coming to second as Nottingham Forest take us on 7 points behind. And like I said, we might be in the driving seat for a Champions League place, but it definitely ain't over yet. 8 clear of Spurs. We still need to get 2 wins to guarantee Champions League football, and this is a huge test against an in-form Nottingham Forest team. Back-to-back losses, Sunderland exhausted and starting to crumble. Who's going to step up out there and stabilise for us as we aim to keep hold of our chance of playing Champions League football? How are the lads? It's great, isn't it? Like this is what you want. We talked about this, it was last episode, the episode before that, like career mode is at its most enjoyable, in my opinion, when you're like really immersed in the game. Do you know what I mean? Like you just feel like you're currently in it. You know, you are the manager. Quite literally, you are currently trying to lead this team to whatever it is you're trying to do. Oh, what a ball, Dan Neil. And that's how it feels. When things are happening, that is how it feels, man. Like I felt I was on the sideline right there. I felt like I was getting, you know, pelted by the French fans behind me on the sidelines, you know. I can imagine waking up on Friday morning, someone's, you know, sent me the L'Equipe newspaper, the front cover, you know, the French media ragging on me for losing my temper. The angry Englishman, you know, it's Fatah who's denied the early opener, and Adingra turns in the rebound to give us the opening goal. But like that to me is when career mode is at its best, you know. Like get us immersed in it, make it feel that realistic. I might do like a little Photoshop front cover of the L'Equipe newspaper, just for a bit of fun. It's it's brilliant though, isn't it? It's fantastic. This is I should say right. This is the reason why people really enjoy Football Manager role, not just because of the depth, because it does make it feel a lot more immersive. And for a game which has had famously, you know, inferior graphics compared to FC/FIFA, for example, it just goes to show you it's not all about that. It's about, oh, good save, Roos. It's about how you feel when you're playing the game, you know. And right now, I'm feeling up for this. We're in front by a goal, and we need 2 wins to guarantee Champions League football as Dan Neil gets that header off the line, and we shall escape. We're still not fully fit for this game after coming back on Thursday night. No Trey for this game here, coming of absentees, but Neil with the interception, and we still find ourselves leading for now. As for Tawa, who looks to step inside, and he's got down with him, and a man out wide there is Lucharel wearing the armband for today with no Trey Hume. He's got men in the middle, he'll find one in Talby, turns brilliantly and smacks it in to the top corner. Disappointment in France, elation in England, Talby 7th of the year, Sunderland 2 goals up. So second half underway. I'm not going to take any of my starters off yet, because this game is far from done. If we do get a 3rd goal, that will do it. And, well, I can't afford another tired performance from Sunderland in the second leg, otherwise I've got no chance of overturning the deficit. And Forest themselves, knowing how big of a loss this will be, if we do hold on to the win here, desperately need to battle back to at least get a point. Their Champions League hopes depend on it. 24 to go. I have indeed taken the boys off, and let's see if it doesn't backfire with one eye on that second leg against Stade Brestois. I do like the idea of them becoming European rivals, you know. I obviously have domestic rivals, Sunderland's biggest, of course, being Newcastle. But I like to create rivalries during the course of a career. I like the idea of Stade Brestois being a rival. Maybe not just with Sunderland, but for me as a manager as well. I mean, those fans weren't happy with my reaction to the full-time whistle there in France. So that would be quite a cool little feel, you know. But anyway, 18 minutes to go here. And what is a cool feel is Sunderland returning to winning ways on the back of back-to-back losses. And after conceding 5 goals in our last 2 games, a clean sheet is always welcome as well. I think now we are going to see this out here and we'll be 1 win away from a place in next year's Champions League. We have had tough fixtures in this recent run, and we do have tough fixtures to end the campaign off too, but let's just say we are passing the test, which we may not have done on Thursday night, but we definitely have today. Tom Watson back at the Stadium of Light, wraps it up, and that is game. Sunderland take a ginormous step towards Champions League football. We're 1 win away. And to be fair, we might have actually done it now as well, because unless the teams below us matched our results, that will do it. We will guarantee Champions League football on the back of this win here. So do we still need a win, or is that done now? Well, it looks like it, based on the dressing room scenes. And that's how you respond, boys. That's how you do it. And we might have choked. Oh, no, not yet. Arsenal just beat Southampton. We might have choked on Thursday night, but I don't see us choking away Champions League qualification. Now, we didn't choke, though. That's it. We didn't choke. We were exhausted. I mean, you got to give us the benefit of the doubt, mate. I was shattered. They wouldn't even let me take my melatonin through customs. I was fuming. But yeah, it's not done yet because of Arsenal's win. So they still... Oh, no, they can't. Oh, no, yeah, they can. They've got the game in hand. I was going to say, they've got the game in hand. So they still can catch us. But it is very unlikely. They still need to win all 4 of their games, and we need to lose all 3 of our remaining ones. So it's not technically it's not done yet, but it basically is. Right, before that second leg against Stade Brestois, let's see what we got from our final missions of Japan, Sweden, and Bolivia. Oh, look at that! And for the first time, a player has actually transferred some. That's the first time it's happened. So it can actually happen, but it's just incredibly rare. Okay, guys, I was wrong. It can happen. It's just very rare. But again, I mean, when I say very rare, I mean as rare as it gets. That's the only player it's happened to me in 3 full seasons worth of scouting. Oh, guys, seriously, man. Like, from Bolivia, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you are looking for a hidden gem to scout, this is the country. Thank you to those who recommended Bolivia, because I think this has been the best nation so far for youth prospects. I've deliberately been as selective as possible so we can keep on playing to that kind of unwritten rule of only signing a few per nation. But if I wanted to, all of these players could get scholarships. They all look absolutely fantastic. And from Sweden, we shall keep scouting these players here, where, to be fair, I did say there's no nepotism on this channel, and I stand by that. But, to be fair, Stefan Larsson does look pretty decent, and he does show great potential as well. If I was to give him a scholarship, how many of those lads in the academy would look at him and saying, you're only here because of your dad, you're not good enough on your own? I guess we'll wait and see. Right, following game, and let's jump into it, man. I'm buzzing. Thursday night, it is revenge time. Stade Brestois in the second leg of the Conference League semi-final, where the visitors hold a 1-goal lead on the back of that controversial first leg win in France. I'm buzzing for it. I literally cannot wait. It is the second leg of the Stadium of Light, where, with no tiredness problems tonight, I've got no excuse if we don't overturn deficit. We'll need to score, that's for sure, but I'm looking forward to this. Biggest game of the save? Apart from the FA Cup final? I'd say it is indeed, yeah, second biggest game of the save, where a European final will be made or missed out on tonight. Following game, Stade Brestois, second leg. How do you sing Doxy, you're a fraud in French? Because I'm pretty sure that's what they're singing in the away end. The Brestois fans have travelled en masse. We like to see it, we respect it. And tonight, I'll be hoping to silence that singing with a big win for Sunderland and progress through. Oh, Dingra! To the final! And that's exactly what we needed tonight. A fast start, an early goal, and Dingra gets us back on level terms on aggregates. I'd love to hear a little bit more vocal chanting from the away fans as well, because as we see, when European clubs to England, it's been a trend for as long as I can remember. European fans travel brilliantly. You know, so many clubs have got such passionate fan bases that follow their clubs wherever in Europe, and there always seems to be a bit of an extra edge when they come to England, I must say. And I've lived in Manchester for 10 years now, and believe me, on European nights, you regularly see around the city how well the European fans travel. Stade Brestois would be no exception tonight in the streets of Sunderland, and I'd love to hear a bit more vocal chanting as Chris Ring has scored the first goal. Oh! Come on! In France, he's just scored a goal to put us in front. 4th in 6 in Europe. That's why I brought him back. And what a goal to give Sunderland their first lead in the European tie. Takes aim, off balance, slipping to the turf, 18 yards out, and kisses both posts to put Sunderland in front in the semi-final. What a super goal from a super young talent. Easy, come on, don't let them back in this one. And we've done it. What a finish. What a goal. What a finish. What a half. What a game. What a tie. It's 3-3. Amazing. Absolutely amazing tie. Exactly what I wanted, man. Because with all due respect, man, like the path we've had here has been somewhat straightforward. No such thing in this tie here. The Brestois fans have been a credit. They've been a brilliant foe with a second half to play. I don't see it going extra time. I think someone's going to win it in the next 45. Buckle up. Corner. Stade Brest with 28 to play. Whipped in towards the near post. Headed in. Roos makes a very simple catch. And says, guys, just calm down. Calm down. We're okay here. We still find ourselves tied, but we're leading on the night. We have been the better team. And we don't need to force things here. We know we're going to get another clear-cut chance between now and the end of the game. Just keep your discipline, keep your composure, and keep doing what you're doing. We're going to be alright. That's the cool head we need from Robin between the sticks. And as a dangerous pass is going to be cut out by the ex-Celtic defender Scales, who gets himself in trouble. Might have scored in the first leg. We've got a bit of a mix-up there. Goodmanson finds Hannibal. Through the gap is Adingra. In the middle is Brobby! And a streaky scorer once again comes up big when we need him. He always seems to do it in a big contest. He's done it in one of the biggest of the save. What a ball by Hannibal as well. And that's the sort of thing that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. It was the hockey assist, not the assist. But as the game becomes more analytical, you can't forget about moments like that can make all the difference. Hannibal, brilliant bit of creativity to set us on our way to getting possibly the winning goal. Ball lumped in, but it's not over yet. Vizcarra nods it down. Great awareness to play it out wide. Tesaric controls just inside the area, dribbles back outside of it, and now looks for a teammate as he keeps hold of the ball. He finds one. It's rolled through. Hannibal is there again. And once more, it won't show up in the stat sheet. But his performance tonight has been brilliant. And it's one of the reasons we're surely going through. A minute to play. And the Tunisian midfielder, who he brought in January to replace Wharton, has made the big difference tonight in the northeast of England. And when Wharton and Diarra left in January, the question marks were, how are we going to replace two of the best players, if not the best players, in the team? Here's your answer, shown in the semi-final. Chris Rigg, who got 3 of our goals, and Hannibal, who was sublime throughout. Sunderland recover and win the leg and win the tie, and are through to their first ever European final. Gotta give Stade Brest their credit though, man. That was a heck of a tie. Heck of a tie. And you know, I was saying that we were going to be favourites to go all the way to the final, and we've done that, and I'm pleased about it. But that was definitely the toughest tie and the toughest fixtures we've had in the competition. But as we predicted, it will be a Roma-Sunderland final. We said it when the league phase began. We were the top 2 teams in it, and we said it in the last round as well. Boys, we'll see you in the final, and we will indeed. Roma versus Sunderland in the Conference League final. And I think we'll probably play the final 3 league games today and then end with that one coming in the season finale too. Bring them on. Right, before we get there, let's make sure it's confirmed. 3 games to go in the Premier League, and whilst Arsenal have won their game in hand, the gap cut to 9, but it's still, I mean, We can't choke it from here, surely. 3 games to go. All we need is a point. To be fair, tough fixtures. Chelsea, Liverpool, and then Fulham we have struggled against. But all we need is 1 point to lock up the Champions League. Let's make sure we do it here. Our first to final 3, which I think we'll play all 3 today, is Chelsea at the Stadium of Light. Champions of Season 1 who won it here at the Stadium of Light on the final day. Today, let's get the point we need to qualify, possibly alongside them, for next year's Champions League. How are the lads? Burrows down the line, has his pass cut out by Pedro Neto. And the former Wolves man finds Yildiz. It's Chelsea, who they themselves are looking to lock up Champions League football today. Aim for a bit of space on the edge. Find it through, Enzo, not Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez, who punishes me for getting his name wrong. Chelsea in front, 24 minutes in, and like I said, man, we're not there yet. Yeah, we might feel as though we're almost there, but we're not, and believe me, I've played and watched enough football to know it ain't over till it's over. You know, we've got Liverpool away at Anfield next, that's our final away day, can't just get anything there, and that means on the final day, if we're at home to Fulham and still need a point to guarantee CL football, well, the nerves will be ridiculous, man. You thought we had some nerves on Thursday night? That'll be nothing compared to that game. We're into the final 15 minutes of normal time. And this is going to be our 3rd defeat in 5 in all competitions. Sunderland slowing down. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sunderland slowing down right at the end. And whilst we may be approaching the finish line, like I said, we haven't crossed it yet. Talby wins it back. Hannibal to Rick. Oh, look at the space for Robbie. Oh, that's right. That's exactly what I meant to do. Yes, that's exactly what I meant to do. It really isn't, but I'll take it. Ball recycled to Fatawu on the far corner of the penalty area and does what he does best. Finishes when stepping inside. 10 to play, and that might be the goal that gives us the point that gives us Champions League football. Brilliant finish, back on level terms. Well, we certainly made hard work of it, but as the full-time whistle is about to ring round the Stadium of Light, you'll hear some loud applause and cheers as well, because for the first time in club history, Sunderland are in to the Champions League. Much to ponder on though, because whilst we've done what we set out to do, our performances are anything but convincing. It's another game without a win. We've only had 2 in our last 5 in all competitions, and I'm sure Roma's scouting team will be watching this and saying, well, it might be in the big time next season. When we see them in the final, we'll be big favourites. Sunderland are far from at their best. So 2 games to go today, and whilst we have guaranteed Champions League football, I'll still play them both and try and get us as many points as possible and finish in that 2nd place. Chelsea have just leapfrogged us. We do have the game in hand. Let's return to 2nd place for a draw here at Anfield in our final away day, as Liverpool themselves are chasing a Europa League place. Our final 2 games, we'll play them both. Reds away, our final away day. And as we will be wrapping up the league campaign today as well, guys, I do want to say thank you once again for your great support throughout Season 3. It's been amazing, man. It's probably been the most interesting season of the 3 seasons so far in the save. I mean, when was the last time you saw me have 4 sales in the January window, and 2 of which being club record departures as well? First time in many, many years of career mode doing that. It was our first year playing European football as well, so a new challenge for us too. And with the quest to be a Champions League team, we've delivered that. It's not been without its challenges, I should say, but it's been a really fun season in a really fun save. And again, I want to say thank you for your support, man. It's been amazing. But we are ending the campaign on a really poor run. Isak's got the opening goal, and this is going to be back-to-back games without a win, because I can't see us coming from behind to win this, and only 2 in our last 6. I mean, Roma must be watching this and laughing. How have these guys made a European final? Obviously, Roma were winners of the Conference League back in 2022, and you might remember how emotional Jose Mourinho was after his Roma side held on to beat Feyenoord, because he became the first manager in football history to win the Champions League, the Europa League, and what is, to be fair, a new competition, the Conference League as well. And yeah, he was visibly emotional at the full-time whistle for that game there. And maybe Doxy Boy will be as well if he was able to beat Roma, but it's going to be a hell of an ask, especially in the form that we're in as well. Because right now, the only tears we're crying aren't of joy, but of desperation. Sunderland, thank God we've already got top 4, because we are really struggling. When I said that us and Roma are the 2 favourites to win the Conference League this year, so it is to no one's surprise that we'll meet in the final. but based on this form from Sunderland, there is no doubt who the bookies will consider to be underdogs. I have had an absolute shocking run. We might have just scraped through Stade Brestois. We might have thrashed Nottingham Forest, but oh dear. This performance today has been embarrassing. We turn up like this against AS Roma and we are going to get humiliated. Isak at the double, Liverpool get a third. This is awful. Talby clips it and Promise David is going to get one back. A very odd goal to score, which very rarely works, but it does. Clipped in like Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Promise Dave's going to kick the ball back to the halfway line. Can I keep doing this? Can I keep kicking it? Oh, I can't now. But there we go. It's 3-1. It's a consolation, but that's all it's going to be. This has been a terrible performance. Yep, just a consolation from Promise David. But nice for him to get his third league goal of the season. He's been a pretty decent backup to Brian Brobby, to be fair. But this has not been a decent run. Company's Reds get a big win in their step towards European football. But for Sunderland, speaking of European football, I don't know how we're going to survive in the Champions League next year playing like this. Another poor performance and back-to-back games without a win. Right, we'll end on this. Our final game today. It is Fulham in the final game this season at the Stadium of Light. And again, top four is guaranteed, but I'd still like to finish second if we can and at least get one win heading into that European final and not going into it on the back of none in our last three in the league. Our final game, Fulham at home. How are we, lads? Let's sort our form out here and get a big win to take into the final. So the Europa Conference League final is played in the week, don't forget. So we've only got 2 days worth of rest before we have the fixture. And the Europa League is always played before the Conference League. I always thought it's quite an interesting decision from UEFA when they set up the Conference League to have the... oh, what a finish, Promise David. To have the Europa League final played before the Conference League final. I thought it was quite interesting. You know, you've got the silver kind of medal before the bronze medal, if that makes sense. But very interesting. But I kind of like it in a way. But so yeah, that will be coming, thankfully, after this, the final day, and not sandwiched in between match days 37 and match days 38. But yeah, it does mean we still have to worry about fitness with only 2 days worth of rest before that Conference League final. And also, petition for EA, petition for EA to let you know where that final is going to be played. I want to know where we're going, man. Are we going Stockholm? Are we going Istanbul? Are we going Athens? I don't know. I want to know. It'll be cool. You know, anything that makes the game more immersive, as we said at the top of the episode, is always a good thing. And yeah, I'd like to know where our preparations are going to be. But also, so when I book the hotel, there's not going to be any Roma fans outside it. That was brilliant, man, wasn't it? That was so cool from EA. As Dan Neil slips through Tom Watson, and this should be the second, and it's not. Great save to deny us going 2 goals up before the break. But a much better performance. Much, much, much better. Better late than never, and hopefully we'll play like this on Wednesday too. A great second half this, as we still find ourselves leading by 1, but it is going to be a win. And that is a tremendous ball through by Dan Neil, and Watson takes on early and catches the keeper out. Tom Watson back in the Stadium of Light with a bullet. 2-0, game over, and we will go into the European final on the back of a win. Much needed. So as we take one final look at the Premier League table, and you can see it was a campaign of dominance for Manchester City, losing only once in the entire season, finishing 16 clear of both us and Chelsea in second and third place, respectively, for the third different winner in the Premier League. And if you follow on from the real life last season, it's 4th in a row. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, now Manchester City. Again, we did finish in third place, only behind Chelsea on a goal difference after an identical record of wins, draws and losses. Arsenal wrap up the top 4, Liverpool in the Europa League, and the Conference League will be Nottingham Forest and Tottenham Hotspur, we assume. Manchester United, Newcastle and Bournemouth wrap up the top 10, and as for the bottom 3, Southampton, Wolves and West Brom are right back down to the Championship. And as for the player of the season this year, well, that went to Erling Haaland for firing Manchester City to the Premier League title. He may not have won the Golden Boot this season, but still the player of the year. The Golden Boot was won by Endrick, 21 in 38 for Arsenal, as he topped the scoring charts this season, with Mateus Cunha in third, Dan Ndoye for Forest in fourth, and Lookman at Chelsea fifth. As for the assist title winner, well, it probably would have been Diarra until he left us. And then at Manchester United, he only got 1 assist. So, fair enough, missed out on the assist title to join Manchester United, but in the end, the assist title winner was Victor Gyökeres, probably not far behind with 11 and Rutter having the same. And as for the Golden Glove, it is another one for Robin Roos. Again, we still got a problem here which EA need to work on, but yeah, Roos, Golden Glove winner again, but not in the team of the season. Donnarumma in the team of the season, though we did get 3 representatives this season. For Tawu making it was a strange decision, but still, I'm not going to say no, I'll take it. I mean, to be fair, you can definitely make a claim. 10 goals in 38, 3 assists as well. And he was, to be fair, he was brilliant at the start. At the start of the season, he had like 6 goals in 8 or something. He was on fire, man. But yeah, to be fair, he probably does deserve it. I was being a bit harsh there. But that will do it for today's episode of Career guys. And a massive thank you for watching the penultimate episode of Season 3. It certainly wasn't without its drama. If you've enjoyed it, please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a brilliant day. And we'll return in the next one with the Conference League final as we'll take on AS Roma, one-time winners, as we'll play our first ever European final and go for our first major honour of the save. Have a brilliant day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the season finale, the Conference League final versus Roma, very soon.